South African politics is once again heating up with former President Jacob Zuma.
Well, let's kick off here. Former President Jacob Zuma
First, President Ramaphosa and his predecessor Jacob Zuma are squaring off in court.
Former President Jacob Zuma
gunning for his successor and the present president, Cyril Ramaphosa.
ANC says it doesn't want to see former President Jacob Zuma back behind bars. The region says Zuma has already served his sentence.
Hey, I'm telling you. Honorable Groenewald, affirmative action and black economic empowerment do not demonstrate hatred to white people. They are aimed at ensuring the achievement of true reconciliation in the country based on the Constitution of the Republic. The Constitution joins us to heal the divisions of the past and to establish a society based on democratic values, social justice, and fundamental human rights. Radical economic transformation, of which affirmative action and BEE form a part of healing the divisions of the past. White compatriots would be part of this process, as it will assist us to achieve a truly united, non-racial, and prosperous South Africa. I think, honorable member, it would be wise to disabuse yourself from the tendency that when we talk about land and we talk about those who own land, you think it is because of hatred. It's not true. We are just stating a fact that massive stretches of land are owned by few, and they form part of the economic base, the land. We need to correct this, because if we don't correct it, you know, the areas that used to be called reserved, where Africans in particular were pushed to, the population has been growing and the land is not growing. And it's a problem. It's a problem that we need to tackle. If we don't, I think we'll be not working for our future that is peaceful, because we will be saying there are people who must live without any land when there is a land in the country. And we have said we are not going to act like in other parts of the world. We have a constitution, we have the law. It is going to be between or within the parameters of the law that we are going to address this matter. It does not display hatred. It's not. We are saying this problem must be resolved. We cannot resolve it. Because if we don't, it could explode one day. The responsible leadership today must find a way to avoid that situation. So I don't think it helps to jump into phrases that if somebody talks about the land hunger, then is hating the whites. And how else could you describe those who own the land? How do you describe them if you don't say what happened? We are not even talking about the history, what happened. Many of those people did not buy the land, and we don't want to talk about that. We now know that as settlers arrived, there were people who were distributing land. And there are specific histories we know. We don't want to talk about that. That's why we just talk about correcting the past. Because we can give details what happened. Many people died. That's not the point we want to talk about. If we were driven by hatred, we will be saying, this is what happened. We are not just saying, let us find a way, a formula to solve this problem. That's all. There is no hatred. Some of us have been taught by our organization not to be racist, to know that we all belong here. But we all need enough space to live together, to be able to feel that we are indeed citizens. So I just want you to disabuse you from always when you come here, you say this is racialism. It's not. It's not. I just thought it's important to stress this point because I think it's a careless discussion. I'm just saying, please disabuse yourself from, instead of debating the issue so that we find a common agreed solutions, you point at the color. We are avoiding to point at the color. But we are describing the situation, as it were, with an aim that we should find a solution for the country. That is what we are doing. And we are not going to stop by saying you hate the whites. No, it's not true. It's not true. I've worked with the whites. There were whites who were in the struggle, were in the trenches together. I've not been with them there if I was racist. They were my comrades. We lived together. We in the ANC have gone beyond the feelings of racism, far beyond it, even before 1994. That's not the issue.
Under fire from all sides, Jacob Zuma faced an expectant nation tonight, and nobody watching knew what he was going to say.
I have therefore come to the decision to resign as President of the Republic with immediate effect.
His resignation brings to an end an exhaustive debacle that has strained the political system here. Zuma's been negotiating with his successor, trying to hang on. Indeed, his defiance lasted right up until this afternoon, when he used another television appearance to play the victim.
There's nothing I've done wrong. This is policy. What people are suggesting is a new thing, a new phenomenon. What is the problem? I don't understand.
The answer to the question why his party wants him out came, at least in part, in the form of a police raid in Johannesburg this morning. 3 arrests were made in the home of a prominent business family associated with corruption allegations faced by President Zuma. This is him with one of the Gupta brothers. Mr. Zuma is suspected of giving them favoured access to government contracts. Both Mr. Zuma and the Guptas deny any wrongdoing, but many South Africans feel this crackdown was a long time coming. One of Jacob Zuma's nicknames is Teflon, because none of the plethora of allegations of corruption against him have ever been made to stick. But this raid at this time may well be a signal to Mr. Zuma that he no longer enjoys the power that protected him. Tonight, the Zuma era came to an end, and the man who has dominated politics here for more than a decade left the stage. In truth, Zuma's presidency has been a dismal tenure, defined by corruption claims and consistent failure to address poverty and ease the plight of the townships. not many South Africans will miss him.